take anything too seriously, but I pretty much know what I'm talking about. So let's get to it. I'm going to be writing in this little notebook. It is purple. It kind of looks blue. I'm going to be using a variety of different utensils. I don't know which one to use first. I think I'm going to use the black one. So, a few things you should know about Hebrew is that it can be pretty similar to Arabic. I guess it has like, it's not like directly related to English, but you might find some patterns. Great. We're gonna start. So, the first letter of the alphabet that is very important is called Aleph. 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 And I'm going to write it in English and then write the Hebrew symbol. Okay, it might look a little bit different because I fixed it, but this is Aleph. Sometimes people spell it with an F, not a PH. And this, my olives always look like N. Turning. But you go down a diagonal, make a line, olive. Looks like an N sort of, right? Ugh. You go diagonal, make a line. Olive. Now, you would think that olive makes an ah sound. However, in my experience, Hebrew alphabet is only consonants or silent, and you add vowels, so the vowels aren't a part of the alphabet. Okay, so olive doesn't make a sound. It is silent. And then there is also another letter in the alphabet that is also silent, and that one is called ayin. So a good way to remember this is that both of the names of the letters start with an ah. This is how you spell ayin, and ayin kind of looks like a Y. Oh gosh, I can't see. Totally wrote that backwards. Let me try it again. Darn. Ayin can look like that. There are a lot of different ways to write it. Okay, so the first letter of the alphabet is Aleph, which we did. Check. I'm going to move on to a new pen. I'm going to use a blue marker. Now we're going to learn the letter Bet. B-E-T. Bet. Now, a lot of letters in Hebrew have twins, but they're not identical twins. There's something different about it. So how I like to teach the difference between Bet letters that we've done, except for Olive, make the sound that the name of the letter is. So Gimel makes a G, Vet makes a V, B is a B, and Hey is a H. Hey. Kind of almost looks like a deformed H in some way. And now we're gonna go to Vav. One thing you may notice is that I didn't do it at first, but in the blue marker, it's going right to left. In Hebrew, we write right to left. So this is Vav. Vav is pretty important because not only is it a letter, but it also takes the form of some vowels, which is important because in people who are like born Hebrew speakers, they read without vowels, and I don't know why I'm making this connection. It made sense in my head, but Vav is just important. Okay, we'll get to this later. I'm gonna switch markers. My goal in this video is to get through the whole entire alphabet. Okay. Vav, Zion. Now this is where it gets tricky. Okay, I think I'm right. I always get confused which side to put its little top hat. Zion makes a Z sound. Oh darn, how can I, what is wrong with me? Down, slant, Zion, Vav, Zion. And then the next one is Chet. We've gotten to our first guttural sound. Chet. Now we know that when we want to write Chet, the Ch sound takes on a CH. So here we have a Chet. This can kind of look pretty similar to a Hey. They kind of have some connection. So like a Hey goes like that, and then a Chet goes like that. So it's like this, except it connects up here. And I forgot to continue writing Dalet. Dalet. Hey. Vav. Zion. Chet. Then Tet. One thing also about Hebrew is that there are many letters that take on the same sound. So right here is Tet. There is another letter called Tav that also makes a T sound, and it is the last letter, but I'll write it for you. That's Tav. It also kind of looks like Chet, except it has like a boot. And now up next we have Yud. Yud is like a little baby, and it hangs up in the sky. So in reference, here I'll write it at the top so you can. See. Chet, Tet, Yud. At the very top, it like floats above them all. It's pretty small. And now we're gonna get to a not identical twin. We're gonna get to Kaf and Chaf. Another Ch. Kaf. Chaf. Do you want to guess the difference turning back to some English alphabet, LMN. So lamed, mem, nun. Now we're getting to Samer. Samer. I like to think as Samer, like a soup pot. Like you're holding a soup pot on this stove. Okay. I'm gonna add these letters up here, and then I'm gonna use my thick marker. So we've done Yud, Kaf, Chaf, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samech. The next one's Ayin, which we learned in the beginning, also is silent like Aleph. This is where Ayin comes in. Samech, Ayin, and now we have twins again, Pei and Fei. This is my favorite marker to tap, by the way. Okay. Okay. This marker bleeds. Oh, that is not how you write that letter. Samech, Ayin, Pei, Fei. What do you think the difference is? So, Pei has a penny in her purse, or their purse, and Fei does not. Up next is one of my favorite letters, and it is called Tzadi. 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 Tzadi makes a T Z sound, or like a T S t, 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 right here. I can do it again for you. Maybe backwards. This is funny. Okay, now hold on. Okay. It's pretty bad. Next we have Koof. Koof, 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 koof. I always do Koof wrong. I'm pretty sure it's this. Koof. So now we have another letter making the same sound, like Kaf and Koof. This is very confusing for some kids. Next we have Reish. And I'm not sure how to spell this. It's either this way or this way. A lot of kids get this one confused with Dalet. last one we have is tough, which we learned at the last page. So let's write the whole entire thing together. I'll also sing the alphabet song and you can repeat after me. And I'm gonna try to write it backwards. Okay. Here we go. It's Aleph, Bet, Vet. Then you go Aleph, Bet, Vet. Then I go Gimel, Dalet, Hey. And then you go Gimel, Dalet, Hey. Then I go Vav, Zion, Chet, Det. And you go Vav, Zion, Chet, Ten. Then I go Yud, Kaf, Chav. And you go Yud, Kaf, Chav. Then I go Lamed, Mem, Nun. And you go Lamed, Mem, Nun. Then I go Samech, Ayin, Pei, Pei. And you go Samech, Ayin, Pei, Pei. And then I go Tzadik, Kuf, Reish. And you go Tzadik, Kuf, Reish. And then together we go Shin, Sin, Tav. It probably sounds like not a good song, but I'm going to lightly sing it right now. Are we ready? Aleph, Bet, Vet, Aleph, Bet, Vet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zion, Het, Tet, Yud, Kaf, Chav, Lamed, Mem, Nun, Samech, Ayin, Pei, Pei, Tzadik, Kuf, Reish, Shin, Sin, Tav.